What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Al Mac. So I hear a lot of people really, criticizing the new Goldwing because it's not the old Goldwing, and it's okay. I get it, man. Like everybody wants something to be the exact same way that it was, but what people need to understand is that Honda is an innovative company, and they're gonna always try something new, and they're gonna always try to push the limits, and especially with their touring bike lines. When I hear people complain about the Goldwing not being a new Goldwing and how it doesn't have the same luggage capacity and, it's not as comfortable. And, I've heard people say that, Honda should have kept the Goldwing the same size and, really just improve on, what they already had. It added the windscreen to the new Goldwing as far as it going up and down, and they should have really just sort of just kept the old style and um and not really just redid the entire bike. But Honda made the right decision because I don't think Honda was aiming for, the current Goldwing owners or the current Goldwing owners at that time. What That's not who they were aiming to really please. Honda wanted to kind of merge two motorcycles into one. They were taking the ST 1300 and the GL 1800 and merging them into one motorcycle. And therefore, they were making both of their touring crowds happy because Honda has these two major touring crowds. They have a sport touring crowd and a regular touring crowd, and they merged the two bikes into one. And therefore, they're sort of making everyone kind of lean into this one bike because they tried this once before, and Honda failed miserably with it, and that was with the CTX 1300. That was supposed to be like the first kind of sport touring, regular touring motorcycle, but what they did was they sort of took the ST100's engine and they dumbed it down, and then they put it into this touring style bike, but they was kind of selling it as like this is a sport touring mix. And the bike and they priced it out at about 18,000, so they priced it really high, but the bike just wasn't worth the money. It just didn't have all the features that people looked for, and it didn't have that fast, sporty engine. And you can't make the sport touring crowd happy without having a torquey, fast engine. For us, the sport touring crowd, that just will not work. So when Honda recreated the new Goldwing, if you take the 2018, 2019, 2020 Goldwing and you put it side by side with the ST 1300, they look exactly alike. I mean, one has a little bit more sleeker lines, but they look very similar. And then if you take the new 18, 19, 20 Goldwing and you put it next to the 2001 through 2016 Goldwing, they look similar. I mean, but this new Goldwing, it has the features of both. It definitely has like a sportier feel to it, the sportier engine, and that's what the ST 1300 crowd really wanted. But it has the comfort of the old Goldwing. That's what the Goldwing crowd wanted. The bike is sleek. Well, sport touring guys, we have to have a sleek bike. I mean, we don't want a big, heavy 900-pound bike, but yet it is big and heavy enough to kind of make the make the regular touring crowd happy, and they and Honda just could not continue to cater their line towards, a crowd, their going line towards a crowd that's 60 and over. I mean, most people that are 60 and over, and I hate to say this, guys, but they're going to only buy maybe one more motorcycle their entire lives. Well, at least touring bikes. But if you look at people that's, let's say, and this is where I think they were going, to that crowd that's about 35 through through 60, well then like someone that's 35, they may buy two or three more touring bikes. That's what Honda wants to do. They can't Honda. They've always led the innovation as far as like the touring bike innovation. I mean, they can't do what Harley does. Harley just kind of leaves their motorcycles looking the exact same way every year, and upgrades the engines and kind of adds new features here and there. And you can see where that got Harley. I mean, their sales are declining year after year because of this. But Honda's not going to make that mistake. They're going to keep bringing out new motorcycles, and they're going to gear these motorcycles towards their younger crowds, and that's what they're going to do. I mean, but getting back to really what I was first kind of going over is, I mean, the new Goldwing, it's not the old Goldwing, but it's still a great touring bike. And as far as the younger riders, and those of us that's really just entering the touring bike market, that bike is going to sell and to us, and actually it is. I mean, I have friends of mine that really never looked at the old GL 1800 and thought, well, let me buy this. But with the new one, I have two friends that own one, and one that's getting ready to buy one. So they've accomplished their goal. They took a 36-year-old and a 38-year-old and got him into the Goldwing market. And possibly 10 years from now, when they recreate the Goldwing again, they're gonna have a repeat buyer. And then when they do it again, that's another repeat buyer. And that's kind of where Honda's going with this, and they always have done that. I mean, if you take the 1500 Goldwing and you compare it to the 1800 Goldwing, the 1800 Goldwing feels lighter and more powerful than the 1500 Goldwing. The same way that this Goldwing is more, it's lighter and it's faster than what the old Goldwing was. I mean, I think personally I'll be holding on to my original GL 1800 for, forever until that bike stops running. But am I going to go out and get this newer model Goldwing? Yes, I'm going to invest my money into it, but just not right now, because I have some other priorities that takes, precedent over getting another motorcycle. Tell me what's your opinion on this. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. If you think I'm right, let me know. But we all kind of have our own opinions, and that's why there's so many bikes out here, guys. It's a bike for everyone, and that's the beautiful thing, is about motorcycles. And that's honestly why I own 5 motorcycles. Is there's not one bike alone that can just sort of make me happy. But yeah, I want you guys to, continue to watch my videos. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my page, and I want you guys to have a great day. It's your boy Al Mac, and I'm out.